Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there lived a poor boy named Jack who lived with his mother in a small cottage. They had nothing left in the world but an old cow. One day, Jack's mother said, "We have no money and no food. Take the cow to market and sell her." Jack set off down the road. Along the way, he met a strange old man. "Where are you going with that fine cow?" asked the man. "To market, to sell her," said Jack. "I'll trade you something better than money," said the man. He held out his hand to reveal 5 colorful beans. "Magic beans! Plant them and see what happens." Jack thought this was a wonderful deal and traded the cow for the beans. When Jack returned home, his mother was furious. "You foolish boy! You traded our cow for beans?" She threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed without supper. That night the beans took root. By morning, an enormous beanstalk had grown, twisting and spiraling all the way up through the clouds and out of sight. Jack climbed and climbed until he reached the top. There he found a vast and strange land, and in the distance, an enormous castle. He knocked on the great door. A giant woman opened it. "Please, ma'am, could you spare some breakfast?" Jack asked. "You'd better leave," she whispered, "before my husband comes home and eats you for breakfast." But she took pity on him and let him in. Jack had barely finished eating when the ground began to shake. "Fee, fi, fo, fum." "Hide, quickly!" the woman cried, and Jack leapt into the oven just as the giant stomped inside. The giant sniffed the air and bellowed, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Nonsense," said his wife. "You smell the stew I've made you. Now sit down and eat." The giant ate his enormous meal, then called for his hen. The wife brought a small golden hen and set it on the table. "Lay," the giant commanded, and the hen laid a shining golden egg. The giant watched his hen lay egg after egg until his eyes grew heavy, and soon he was fast asleep, snoring like thunder. Jack crept out of the oven, snatched the golden hen, and ran for the beanstalk. He climbed down as fast as he could. Back home, his mother could hardly believe her eyes when the hen laid a golden egg right before her. Jack and his mother sold the golden eggs and lived comfortably for a time. But Jack grew curious. He climbed the beanstalk again. This time he hid before the giantess could spot him and sneaked inside the castle. When the giant fell asleep after his meal, Jack stole a bag of gold coins and scrambled back down. A third time, Jack climbed the beanstalk. This time the giant's wife recognized him, but could do nothing before Jack hid himself. After the giant dozed off, Jack crept out and grabbed the giant's most prized possession, a golden harp that played the most beautiful music all by itself. But as Jack ran, the harp cried out, "Master! Master!" The giant woke with a roar and thundered after Jack. The whole sky seemed to shake. Jack flew down the beanstalk with the giant right behind him, the thick vines trembling under the giant's enormous weight. "Mother, bring the axe! Bring the axe!" Jack shouted. The moment his feet touched the ground, Jack grabbed the axe and swung with all his might. Chop, chop, chop! The beanstalk cracked, swayed, and came crashing down, and the giant fell with it, never to trouble anyone again. Jack and his mother kept the golden harp, whose music filled their little cottage with joy. With the golden hen and the coins, they never went hungry again, and they lived happily ever after.